So with this question, we're given a table and we're asked to figure out if the function is linear. How do we do that? In order to find if a function is linear, we know that linear functions have a constant rate of change. Constant rate of change. And remember, when we're trying to find our rate of change, that is, wrong place. Rate of change is delta y over delta x. That's the same thing as saying our change in y, how is y changing, divided by how x is changing. So let's figure out what is our delta y and what is our delta x for each of these situations. So 5 to 10, we're adding 5. 0 to 1, we're adding 1. Alright, that's one of them. 10 to 20, we're adding 10. Okay, so I see that that's different. That's making me feel funky. But over here, we're adding 2. Okay, so interesting. They're both different. That might be important. Here, we're adding 5. And we're adding 1. And over here, again, we're adding 10. But we're also, again, adding 2. The stuff that's on the right side here, these plus 10s and plus 5, these are our change in y. This is our delta y value. And so we want to make sure that, and we also outline our delta x, and so I'll highlight those two. Delta x are these plus 1s and plus 2s. That's our change in x. So let's check each of those to see what's going on. Are we going to get a constant rate of change, a constant delta y over delta x? So this first one, we get, I'll use gray. We get 5 divided by 1, because that 5 comes from, wrong arrow direction. That 5 comes from the change in y, and that 1 comes from the change in x. 5 divided by 1 is just 5. Okay, now let's check the next one. 10 divided by 2, okay, that's also 5. 5 divided by 1, that's 5, and 10 divided by 2 is also 5. And so what I see here is that when I find my delta y over delta x, all of them are the same. They're all equal to 5. And so we see that f of x is linear because the rate of change is constant. And not only did we say that, we proved that by finding the rate of change between all of the intervals. And maybe I'll write that too. The rate of change is constant between all intervals. If even one of these, let's say this wasn't 5 and this was 6, then it would not be linear. But we're lucky it is. And so we see that we have a linear function.